introduce yourself, bro, and say and let us know what's going on, what you got to say, bro.
Man, I'm little Jason from the west side of Chicago, K Town. 16th Missy to be exact.
Okay. Oh, come on, man. You know my nephew. You know Ken, huh?
Yeah, I'm part of that. I'm a part of that
You know,
younger
little Drake.
generation.
Yes, sir. Talk to us then, bro. Talk to
So
us, little Jason.
what I want, like, I feel like even when it comes to the organization as a whole, I feel like and we're gonna get into like the black community too. You know, I feel like when it come to like men like you guys, the older guys, if y'all could come in like how y'all doing now, you give us that game, that literature. I was able to get that blueprint because of you.
Okay, thank you, bro.
E- Everybody else is not handed to accordingly. Like we can't really get access to it unless tune in. I'm able to catch PLM News and everybody else to even get access to it because I want to represent the organization in a positive way and in a good way, the way we
Okay,
supposed to. I
okay,
feel like
okay,
when it comes, if
oh,
we can have more people like you, more men like y'all, then we could get it back on track on what it's supposed to be in a righteous vision.
can I say something, bro? Do you know how I feel right now? I'm sitting here, man, with goosebumps running all through me, man, because you are from where I'm from. You know my family, Jason. If you know Ken and you know Ja, which is Draco, these are my nephews, bro. Those are my nephews, my blood nephews, not play nephews. JoJo, they're my nephews, man. So man, this is an honor. Thank you, bro. Thank you. This is a true honor just to see, man, a young brother, man, that's about the vision. And I give you my word right here in front of the whole world to see and to listen. I am going to do everything in my power to lead and to continue to be a positive and productive example for you young men. That's my word.
Yeah, big up to you, young brother. Picking up that blueprint, man. Starting to study. Pick like you say. You ain't picking up no Donald Goins and all of that type of trash that we need to, trash. And you picking up something that can help you guide yourself through these streets, man, and through life.
No, sir. This, when I became a part of the organization, I was only 12. So it was it wasn't, and I was surrounded at the time. I was surrounded by different organizations, but I gravitated towards this because the brotherhood, the unity, the guidance of how to become a young man instead of picking up, how to really carry yourself and how men supposed to. That was
So let me ask you a
my
question now,
gravitation
Jason.
towards.
How old are you today?
Today I'm 22.
Oh yeah, yeah, 10 years. 10 years, bro. Thank you, bro. Man, just continue to grow and develop. And if there's anything that I can ever do to assist you in your growth and development, man, please don't hesitate to ask, bro. Please
Oh
don't.
yeah, I
Please
most
don't.
definitely will. Even though I come from
Yes,
a
sir.
long line of that. Like my uncle was a high supreme gangster from the west side.
Okay.
Had it for Terror Town, they called it at the time. His name was Gangster.
Oh, you talking about back over there by home and then.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
where my
sir.
father
I
from.
know. Yeah, okay.
My grandfather. So I got a long generation of family when it comes to the organization. So if I want to do it, I want to do it, and I want to get it in a positive light, get it where we supposed to be, to get it right back on the track of the vision, and not for personal gain.
Okay.
Because right now we got a lot of brothers that's in it for personal gains and disrupting organizational unity
Yes, sir.
when we could be doing it
So
together.
it's young brothers like you that has to continue to be that shining example and that light, man, for others to come along, bro. You are that shining example. You are that light. All right, I see you, Brandon. Glad to see your face, bro. You're another young brother. You know.
Yes, sir. But like I say though,
Yes,
I'm
sir.
38 now, so it's like I just heard the
Yeah, you
young
still.
brother talk, man. I
Yeah.
say, man, plenty much to you, brothers, man. Like I say, man, it's a honor and it's a privilege to talk to you, sir. Talk to every last one of y'all because, like I
Yes,
tell
sir.
people, like when you know better, like I said, when you know better, you do better. Like I'm from
Yes, sir.
Arkansas, so it's like I'm from Arkansas, Pine
What
Bluff.
part of
So I tell
Arkansas you
people like
from?
Pine Bluff.
I was born in Hughes,
You was
St.
Arkansas,
Francis County, up
okay?
there about 4 cents. Yeah,
Yes,
that's where I
sir.
was born at in '67.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Like I say, like back when you got in the like when you first got in, it was like how you all were in a like it's like I'm gonna say this. I'm trying to find a way to word it so it's not disrespectful or nothing like that. Like you all had started a righteous movement, like how y'all was marching with the president and all that. Like it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff that history serves its purpose.
Yes, sir.
And I'm gonna say this like and then like I just want to speak on Hoover for a second too. I just feel like it was inhumane how I feel like it's inhumane how they treat him. The man been
Speak.
locked up. He has been locked up so long. Y'all treat him like an animal. And it's the
Teach.
fact that it's the fact that of the power that he has.
Teach.
And it's like a lot of stuff. Like I'm a big fan of history. That's my favorite subject. Like I went to
Okay.
the penitentiary. Like I said, I went to the penitentiary when I was 15. But that was my moment of growth. Like when you done growing, you dead. When you done learning, I mean you through with life. I learn something all the time. Like even in history, like since I'm such a big fan of history, I always look at things and I say, okay, this right here, this can't be. But like for every action, there's a reaction. There's an inverse and opposite consequence. You can do good and receive bad
I got a que-
sometimes, but that doesn't mean. Yes, sir.
I got a question for you and Blayton. Since you two
Yes,
brothers
sir.
are from the South, right?
Yes, sir.
Why why are our people in the South, our men and our women in the South, so big on history? Why is history so important? I'm gonna let you go first.
Me.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
History is
I'll
important.
answer
Yes, go first.
History is important to me because you got to know where you been in order to know where you going. See, the history
Okay.
is it's the blueprint for
So
what already
why?
occurred, so you don't fall in the same potholes.
Mm,
Yeah, and
Brother
I believe
Blayton.
that history repeating itself too.
I just believe, and then I believe now history doesn't repeat itself. We repeat history.
Mm, mm, okay. So let me ask you this here, Blayton.
Yes,
Why
sir.
is history so important to our men and women in the South? Why is it so? I'm talking about, oh, we got organizational history, our history of our peoples. Why is it so important?
Because in the South, it's instilled in us that that's what was taken from us when they brought us through the slavery process. They stripped us of that very thing, our history. And because we recognize we're raised knowing that we lost that connection, we go through life seeking it. It's like, for example, a child grows up without their father. That child knows their father isn't there or their mother isn't there. So they go through their life looking for somebody to fill that void. Because it's supposed to be there, but it's not. So that's where that comes from. That innate sense of knowing the core of something. Because that's what was stripped from us.
Preach, big facts.
Okay, okay. Because I noticed. I notice I get a lot of questions from our brothers and sisters from the South concerning history of the organization. They wants to know the history. So for all of us, peoples from the North, Chicago, Indiana, all the our brothers and sisters in the South, they take knowing history serious. So we have to be able to give them the guidance that they need, the proper guidance that they need about history, so they can put it all in its proper place. Thank you, brothers. Thank you.
Mhm.
Yes, sir.
We got two Z's say love, brothers. History is important because to understand the why. Okay, the why something happened. We got another person that Trey Brown said history brings identity. It tells you who you are. It makes you feel good about who you are, or it makes you feel bad about who you are. That's why we talked about earlier, going back, a lot of us only history that we can go to is slavery. It's hard for us to get past the mental slavery and the physical slavery that we went through. But in order for us to understand our greatness, we got to be able to go past slavery, because our history is much greater than slavery. It's much greater than the transatlantic slave trade. You know. So I really enjoyed this here. I really did. Man, this has been wonderful. This has been. We got to do this more often. Low from the go.
I'm
We
with it.
got to do this more often, bro. Cause this
I've been
this is
trying to
what it
tell
is,
you.
man. We got to give our young men and women the opportunity to say what they need to say and to be able to answer their questions and to listen
Let
to
me
them
say this, Pete.
and
Let
not
me say
just
this, Pete.
turn them off. Yeah.
Hey, look, man. You got a brother in his 20s here. You got a brother in his 30s. A brother in his 50s. Man, you touching all generations with your show. You tapping into everything. When you
Yeah.
get up there and you put that mic in front of your face, man. Regardless to if you're making squeak sounds, if you're bringing out paperwork. People want to know the history, man, and we trust you. Congratulations, brother, man. I'm giving you your flowers right now.
And I'm gonna give you to you in the
Praise.
raw. Thank you, bro. Thank you. I'm gonna give you the truth, and I'm gonna give you the facts. I am not going to mislead the people. I refuse to mislead the people. I refuse. I've never done it, and I'm not going to do it. Anybody that knows me, they know that I'm going to stand on what's right, bro. I'm not going to allow a wrong, or to turn my head to a wrong, bro. I'm not. Right is right and wrong is wrong. And so to the brother Brandon and little Jason, man, and Low from the Go, man, Blayland, man, thank you all, man. This has
We
been
thank
a
you, bro.
wonderful, wonderful bill. And don't
And
keep
like
looking, cause we got somebody that didn't spoke. Uh I was finna
TP
we was
me,
finna get ready and end it, but
TP. Now I just want to say this before I
they
get out,
say
man. Thank you for all
yeah,
the work you put in. I'm gonna
yeah.
salute you right now. All the work you put in. You too, brother. All the brothers that's on here, I thank y'all, man. Y'all make it all worth. Y'all make it all worth. Everything that they said wasn't worth it is worth it. And I'm just thankful
Hey,
for the opportunity to get to speak to you myself. Because I'm the type of person I like to speak for myself. I don't need you to talk for me. I'm gonna talk for myself.
Yes, sir.
Because like I got a
okay,
concept where
thank
the
you, bro.
blind can lead the
We
blind
got
because we all gonna fall in the ditch.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. And we got to remember the man with one eye in the land of the blind is king. So we got to be very careful of this person that comes with a small, minuscule information that's trying to lead us, bro. Oh, the brother Carlton Chapman said, down south, the history is important because we can cross reference and research. Plus, we heard a lot of names and stories that we would like to hear more about. Names like Shorty G, White Cloud, Scan. Okay. Shorty G. Which Shorty G? It's a whole lot of Shorty G's. You know. We got another brother on here that says uh two Z's. Yeah, bro, I'm 24 and I push hard with my brothers about our education and what was written for us to grow as a productive peoples. Man. Hey, you know what, Lo
What's
and
that?
Blayland?
Yes,
I
sir.
ain't have a clue. I didn't have a clue, bro. I didn't have a clue.
Yup.
I did not have a clue. All
Yep.
I know is that we just doing what we supposed to do, bro. I didn't have a clue. I didn't think about it. I don't think about it until these young men come on and just let me know the impact that we are having. So you know what that just gave me? That just
Motivation.
gave me renewed energy to keep doing what needs to be done. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. DR the boss. Love to the guys. We appreciate you. Thank you for the work, love, and service. Thank you all. Jim Brown. Love, family. Love, love. Uh, he said G Shell and Don Smokey. Is it G Sharp or Gregory Shell? Gregory Shell. Oh, yeah. Shorty G. Great man. Free Shorty G. Sitting up there in ADX. A brother who has always been on the front line. Much love and peace to Shorty G. If there's any specific questions that you would like to know about, Mr. Shells or Don Smokey, any specific questions, just ask your question. If I know the answer, I'm gonna tell you. If I don't know the answer, I'm gonna tell you I don't know the answer. But I'll get back to you. I'm not gonna tell you know anything. Jim Brown said, "Love coming from New York, huh? Love from New York, Jim Brown. Much love, bro. Much love. Salute, salute to New York. Lady Sky. Let's go with Lady Sky. Lady Sky say, what she say? She say, the true history is very important, and that's exactly. We cannot allow people to continue to tell our history. So long as I'm around, I'm gonna continue to give you all the truth.
All right. Allow me to say this, right? Since history has become
Carter say,
the
thanks, my
focal
brother.
point. What has happened? I'm just dealing with the organization right now when I speak about this part of history. When it came down south, it came mixed up. You had BGD history mixed with disciple history as far as before it was a merger. You had gangster history mixed in, like it was all BG history was mixed in. It was so much mixed up history that it comes off confusing. So when we get to history and we stand on what we think we know, there's somebody come with a different portion of history that we never knew existed, which may have only been known in Chicago or the Midwest, for example. That throws the whole history story off. So now it looks like the history we got in the beginning was false history. So it's always a relearning of the history over and over and over again from different sources. Like we had one history that said it was three kings over BGD. That's one history that was established. There was one history that said that David started BD. Devil disciples was never mentioned. Then there's one history that said Mr. Hoover was a stone. There was another history that said he was never anything until he met David. It was so much mixed up stuff. And when you're from the South and your cultural history has been stripped from you, when you choose a history, you don't want that tainted. You asking for a fight like that. And I don't mean a physical fight. I mean just a mental
Okay, my brother.
combative. Go ahead.
So since you know the truth, what is the truth? You know the
And what,
truth, and you from the South.
oh yeah,
What is the
that's
truth?
why I teach the way I teach. That's why I go hard about it. And whenever I hear things that I know don't line up,
Yeah.
I correct what I hear. I know it wasn't no three kings that started this. It was just two. That's David and Hoover.
Preach.
You see what I'm saying? When
Yes.
Jerome became
Okay, you got
king, that was something. Go ahead.
we got something else that says Jim Brown just come with something from up out of New York. He say even the stuff like the 8 ball. Did y'all have that history? Did y'all have that heavy in the South? The 8 ball
Yep,
history.
Crips and the G's together, unified as one. This was the sign.
Yup.
Yeah.
Facts.
And you know that ain't true.
No,
Yep.
it ain't.
So that's just
They said we were
something.
first cousins.
TP, I wanna speak on that a little bit. That's
Okay.
something that's new to me. Like I never heard of a term 8 ball. Well, I heard of the term, but here when in Chicago, we was taught that never existed.
Okay,
That's
that's
just put
right.
out there that the 8 ball
Because
is
it didn't.
isn't true.
Because that wasn't the alliance, man. You know, the alliance when you go other places could be a little bit different, and you could have folks and lokes together. You know what I'm saying?
It's possible, but like
Right, but it's not
Chicago, we
universal.
exactly Chicago. We
Mhm.
don't have Crips or Bloods. If I'm not mistaken, I believe Bloods will be
Right.
recognized
Right.
under the
So
P
it's not
Stone
universal.
faction,
That's something that was started. Exactly.
and then
Come on, teach, little
like
brother.
with the history,
Teach.
like with the history,
Teach
like when
us.
it comes to, I even when I hear people say, "Oh, on King David and this, that, and the third," like even when I hear the BD said, like sometimes I be having to give them a little history. Like, man, King David was never a BD. He was a devil disciple. He died BGD.
He was a
So how could
okay,
it be?
but
How
he
could
was
he?
a black disciple though. After the,
He was the. I thought he was the king of all.
he
Correct me
wasn't
when
a
I'm wrong.
black
I thought he
disciple
was the
up under
king of
there.
the disciple nation.
Okay, he was a BD. He was a devil disciple, and then they changed their name. They went to black disciples, and from black disciples, he went to black gangster disciples. Then he died a black gangster disciple. So the black disciples that we know of today is the black disciples that Durkee formatted. Him and King Shorty, may he rest in peace. Much love and respect to King Shorty. That was that
Yeah, I
branch
most
that
definitely
they
heard of
they
it.
carried the black disciples on. Yeah, the renegades. That one renegade branch is the branch that we see today. All the black disciples spring from that branch today. You know.
Okay.
So much love to King Shorty. No disrespect to King Shorty or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? So uh uh uh. But there's only two kings: King David, King Who.
And
King
King
who?
Hoover.
Much
Yeah,
respect to
them the
King
only two
David.
kings I know.
Rest in peace. Yes, sir.
But
Hey man, I love
TP, I
I
know
love this here, man.
TP just a little bit. I know,
Uh-huh.
sometimes people do, I think the three kings get confused maybe a little bit, sometimes because when I done went down south before, I seen a shirt with the 6 point star, and it had six well reputable people on that shirt. And one of those
Right.
people, if I'm not mistaken, was, Booney Black.
Mhm.
Okay.
Now, I got a real close family tie when it comes to Booney Black and the royal family and everything else. But I know that some people do get it misconstrued when it comes to the king situation, and it's, oh, it was three kings or it was two kings, and which I know as far as the blueprint and as far as the blueprint teaches, it's only two kings. But some people do
Okay.
get that
Now I know
misconstrued.
me and Booney, me and Booney nephews and nieces grew up together over in K Town. Lil Don and Marcellus and all us. Marcellus come up with my little brother. So I know Booney personally. I grew up on a Booney and Moto and all them. But Booney was a black gangster. That's Booney was.
Yes,
So
sir.
Booney wasn't the king of ours or none of that. So much respect to Booney. Rest in peace. Much respect to
Yes,
Ram.
sir.
Much respect to all the fallen soldiers that has ever come within this organization. So we have to be able to understand what the history is. We have to be able to understand. Irvin Green played a part in the organization as well. He played a part in the so-called when Larry wound up going on a run. And once Larry went on a run, Irvin Green was there too. So we can't X him out of history, but he wasn't no king. We can't X him out. We can't X him out of history, and we would never try to X him out of history. This says the brother is
TP
right because
TP me
everything
TP me
we got
OG.
down here. Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
Irvin Green, he really was a part of the situation. The person you was just
Yes, he
talking about, like
was.
I heard about
We
him.
can't
I
we
heard
can't
about
X
him.
him out.
Can't X him out. So he really was a part of the history. Okay, okay.
Yes, he is.
And thank you
It said,
for clarifying that.
yeah. The brother. Somebody asked this question: Was Booney BGD or just BG? BG. They was black gangsters. They come from the royal family. BGDs were started by Larry and David. And Booney is much older than them. Booney was much older than Larry and David. Booney is in his 80s right now. May he rest in peace, Mr. George Davis. So, but he was a black gangster. We got somebody that say Dale Bellamy Jr. say education. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what we about. Educating. That's what we about. That's what we're going to stay about. That's what we're going to continue to do. We're going to continue to give you the real. You know.
I
So,
just gotta say,
is there
man, it's an
anything
honor to be
else?
on this. It's an honor to be on this call with y'all, man. I'm flabbergasted. I can't even explain the hypeness that I got right now within my inner being. I got a lot of hypeness going on in my mind right now because like it's a pleasure to talk to all the brothers that's on here. Like I gotta come to Chicago. I got to come.
It's a blessing to have you, bro.
Yeah. But we all
Thank y'all.
yes, sir. Blessing to have you on here. Thank you for your question. All right. We finna start something new right here. He say, Carlton, and I'm gonna say this here, Carlton Chapman. Okay, we were taught Booney was BGD. Thanks for clarifying, no doubt. When we go live, we want everybody to participate, and we want all of our young men and women to come in to voice your issues and your concerns, share your knowledge, your wisdom, and your understanding with us. And so now, you know what that means, Blaylen and
What
Lo?
that?
We got to go
What's
live
that?
more because I
Yeah,
want to
for
hear them
sure.
more.
How about once
You
a
know what I'm
I,
week?
saying?
I was trying to tell you that a long
Yeah,
time
I
ago.
want to
G.
hear them
Hey, let me
once a
ask you
week.
this. Let me ask you this, Speed. Let me ask you this. Going back
Hey
to
man, stop putting
the
me on front like that, brother.
let me ask you this. Going back,
Yeah,
why do you think the history got so diluted when it made it to the South and to the East Coast and other places?
when they made it to the South.
Yeah, when it made it,
All
yeah.
right, when they made it all over. This is why the history. A lot of people's left Chicago, right? And they was venturing out. It's just like the Great Migration. They stopped migrating outside of Chicago, and a lot of people was moving outside of Chicago because of the drug trade. We know how that was going on. They was moving around because of the drug trade. Same way the Crips and the Bloods did out in California, the same way people's in Chicago and the Midwest was doing. And when they was moving around, a lot of them was getting ran out of the city. And a lot of them was just drug dealers that was leaving the city, going places, going elsewhere, establishing the organization, but they was putting their own history with it, mixed up, putting this with it, taking this and taking this and putting it together. And then it get diluted. It gets diluted. And then I'm gonna tell you something else that happened too. A lot of our elder statesmen refused. They refused to speak up because they was up under this old thought process that they was the only one still living it. We can't say nothing. How can you not say nothing and everybody else is telling your history? You're not gonna speak up for yourself? But guess what? They messed around and let an old man named Fee out. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna speak. Each one teach one. That's what it's about. That's what it's about.
Preach.
And brother Jim Brown said, definitely go live more. That's what we're gonna do. Because me and Blaylen, we do this on a daily basis. We call it a build session. Because all we doing right now is just building. This is a build session that me and Blaylen go every day on the phone. Sometimes 3-4 times a day. We building with each other. So that's all we doing. We building. We building leaders. So anybody that wanna come in, come on in and speak your truth. You say, let me see what this brother say. He say, yes, I think I got caught a lot. I think I got taught a lot. I think, yes, I think I got taught a lot of diluted, but my heart was in it. But I got choppy knowledge. Okay, everybody ain't been through it. But the thing is, when we start getting the real, what do we do with it? Sometimes people is so caught up in the diluted information that they receive that they're going to continue to hang on to it. They'll continue to hang on to it because this is what they've been living by. That's why I always tell men and women from Chicago in the Midwest, when the brothers and the sisters from the South get to talking about the yellow brick road and all this, do not laugh at them. Do not make fun of them because they live, some have lived, they have lost family members, they've done all this here about this. So this is what they believe in. It's our job to teach them the truth. Some is going to pick, some going to come on board, some aren't. But the thing is that we got to continue to teach. Put it out there for them. Big homie Dez. Let's see what Big homie Dez said. Can you be blessed in the oil, but not plugged and still be considered a GD? Okay, let's do this here. The blueprint. The blueprint. The blueprint is for the public. The blueprint is for the public. So you can take the blueprint and live your life according to the blueprint. But just like all organizations, you got to have a membership. You can live your life according to the dictates. But if you're trying to be active, you got to have a membership. Like with me, I'm in. I am an active member and believer in growth and development. I believe it, I'm about it, and to the end. Do I get tired? Yes, I get tired. Would I stop? No, I won't stop. But if you want to take the blueprint, guess who else did it? Charleston White done it. Charleston White said he stole the literature and used the literature to shape his life. But is he an active member of this organization? No. But he took the literature because he's seen the truth in it. He took the literature and shaped his life around that.
Can I
You got
TP me OG? Like I got a question. Like
yes,
okay, check this out.
yeah,
Like down south, they've been talking
yeah.
about 720, 720, 720. But the whole time it was 360 the whole time. Is
Okay.
that a fact?
So this
Is
is
that
what
a
we're gonna
fact or
do.
is it fiction?
720
100%
is not a
fiction.
concept. It's not a
720.
thing.
720. 720 was started by me and my generations in the Cook County Jail. We started there as a 720 workout. That's what it was, bro. Because we used to give workouts instead of putting your hands on the brothers. We would give a workout, so we was giving 360 workouts. When 360 workouts wasn't working, we would give out a 720 workout. And so for some reason, we didn't know what we was doing. We was just doing workouts. We weren't trying to make this no concept. We weren't trying to do none of that. It started taking on a life of its own. If you go in the blueprint, you go in any other new concept of the literature, it speaks upon 360 degrees. That's it. The blueprint speaks on 360 degrees. The new concept of literature speaks on 360 degrees. But the brother said,
Facts.
DR the boss say 720 is a prison workout. Exactly. Another person says 720, it's no 720. Brother said, 2Z say, will the blueprint be able to be sent to institutions eventually? We show trying to get it in there, bro. We show trying to get it in there. 2Z says 360 degrees of knowledge. Yes, sir. Slack pressure say
Facts.
facts. So we have to start teaching the truth. Teach the truth,
I
brothers.
mean
That's
because
what it
like
is. A
I've
lot
been
of
like
people don't know.
I'm gonna say this like where I'm from, like people talking about 720. I like nah, bro. It was never 720. It was always been 360.
It never been. You never been. And so that's a lot of the questions that I always get. Any more questions? Any other the networkers that's out there, man, send in your questions. We're gonna answer your questions here tonight. If you got some questions, send them in. If it's to the point where they can't be answered, then I'm gonna tell you they can't. I don't know. Can you elaborate more on 720 being a prison workout? All right. Like I said, I went into county jail in 1990. When I went into the county jail, we were that wasn't my first time in the county jail though. That was about my third time. my third time. But anyway, when 1990 in Division One, we was giving out 360-degree workout, 360 workout. That means uh, jumping jacks, push-ups, pull-ups, whatever it was, 300, it equaled up to 360. But when a person kept violating and 361 doing no good for them, what we would do, we up the ante. And we upped the ante to 720. We doubled the 360 and made it 720. Big homie did say, we thought 720 was used to represent growth and development. No, sir. No, sir. It's not. Go into your blueprint and go into all the pages in the blueprint. Every page you go in the blueprint, you're going to see, all right, I'm finna pull this up for you right now. I got this one right here. This is the one that's readily accessible to me right now. This is the Rod Emmy version of the blueprint. And I want y'all to listen to me. And I want y'all to take these page numbers down. I want y'all to go to page 47, right? 47 down. Page 47. Write down page. I'm telling y'all to go to these pages because I would like for y'all to go read it and see for yourself. Start off the bottom paragraph of page 54 and go over to page 55. Then go to page 67. Go to page 67. The bottom paragraph in page 67. It's going to speak on 360. Every page that I'm telling y'all is speaking on 360. And this is the blueprint. Then I want you to go to page 89 in the fifth principle, wisdom. Page 89. Then the last page you go to will be go to page 96, the sixth principle, understanding. And I'm going to read this to y'all. It says, we have arrived at the most important part of all, our principle and understanding them. Understanding is the most important because only through understanding can we become whole and complete our 360-degree cycle of educational, economical, political, and social development.
Man, I can't do nothing but say thank you, man. I can't do nothing but say thank you because you clarified a lot of stuff for me. Clarified it. All y'all clarified a lot of stuff. I enjoyed the whole conversation.
That's the blueprint.
Preach, brother, preach.
Preach,
brother.
That's the blueprint.
Preach.
Now. You know. So now, if you believe in the blueprint, that's what it is. He said, my brother sends his love from NY's prison during a 22-year bid still in the vision. Much love to all the men and women trapped behind enemy lines. I understand your struggle because I've been trapped behind it. Yes, I've been behind those enemy lines as well. So I understand your struggle. Continue to hold on. Big homie said, I swear we've been needing to hear this truth for so long. Plenty much love to Fiji. Much love to all of you brothers. That's my job. That's my job, is to give back to the community. The same way those that came before me, they gave it to me. It's my job to pass it on because it don't belong to me. It belongs to all of us. It don't belong to me. So if I know it, it's my job to give it back to you. So that way you can pass it on. Each one teach one. Much love, Javon. Much love. So do we got any more questions? Y'all got any more comments? Anything else y'all need to know while we on here? I'm 45 years old and I was blessed to be a BGDN back in the 1990s. Is it possible to get a copy of the blueprint? Yes, you get a copy of the blueprint, but let's get one thing understood, bro. BGD is not any difference than growth and development, man. They are not different. The same two men that started BGD, one of those men, may he rest in peace, and another one of those men has retired, even though he's sitting up in ADS, Florence, Colorado. They started it. So BGD is growth and development. It's nothing different. There is no such thing, because I ran across a young brother told me, this is how confused he was in the feds. He said he was a BGD under Davis law. He recited the creed to me, and he said his leader was Dirk Acklin. This young man was from South Carolina. I said, whoa, we got a lot of work to do with him. That's how confused he was. They confused because that's how they got the history. So I clearly understand it. We just got to continue to teach. He said, the brother said that was the wrong question I was asking. A copy of the publication. Yes, you can get a copy of the publication. If you what I'm finna do, I'm finna text this number in here right now. That's the number. If you're trying to order the blueprint of a new concept, right there, 872-333-1793 to place your order. Love and peace from Alabama. Very informative. My man, peace out to Alabama. Shouts out to Arkansas, Mississippi, Georgia, Alabama, South Carolina, North Carolina, New York, Jersey, Pennsylvania, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, West Virginia, Kentucky, Missouri, everybody. Shouts out to Wisconsin, Minnesota, everybody. Alaska, Washington, California, anybody I missed in between, don't blame. Hey, I, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I'm trying to get everybody. Shouts out to PA. Shouts out to Connecticut. Shouts out to everybody. Florida, everybody. Shouts out to everybody. So we're gonna go in and get ready to get up out of here. It's been excellent. I really enjoyed this. Somebody asked us when are we gonna do our next podcast, our next live. We gonna let y'all know ahead of time. This ain't gonna because this we just did this here. Best Buy. Let's do it. Next time we get ready to come out, we're gonna do it. Let everybody know ahead of time. Much love to everybody. Much love to Buffalo, New York. Shouts out to Buffalo. My man from Buffalo, Sly Green. We was in the feds together. That's my man, Sly Green. Albany, New York. Shouts out. So peace and love. And thank you all for everything that y'all do. Thank you all for y'all support. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
One love.
Much love.
I love 12,
Peace.
man.
One
Peace.
love.